be online. Okay, let me just check that we are up and running and that everything is okay. Okay, how are we looking? Yeah, should be fine. Okay, now I need to mute my phone. Okay. Nice. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the second day of trying to pull Ciaccona. And for that, we need to go through the quest. We need to go through the events. We just need to do everything in our power to get her home. Our current pity lies at somewhere around 53, I think. And yeah, 1 second, that's 50, 55, 56. Actually, 56. Okay, so first things first.
Efficiency above all.
Exactly, Danny. Efficiency above all. So, what are we doing? Just clicking this through because I hate these. Okay. Now, I can either do this one, the Dreaming Deep, which I don't necessarily want to for now, or I can do the quest. But I'll probably like do this because clear bond challenge, reach through martial arts and clear the stage. Eight different bonds. Okay. Whoa, okay. We have a lot of stuff to do here. And with very small returns. So this is going to be a challenge. So yeah, I'll probably just do the quest for now. And I'm very much interested in how it will go. First things first, let's do the dailies. Let's do the dailies, let's do the dailies.
Efficiency above all.
Hello, gentlemen.
Fine. Comes with the joys. All yours.
Loading. Just a minute. I engraft you new.
Yeah, and Phoebe's gonna do them in, right?
Answer me. Purify.
Yeah, of course she's gonna do them in. Okay, so that's the first one out of the way. Now I should pre-farm some Ciaccona, in my opinion. What? Oh, okay. My bad, my bad.
Free as a bird.
Hello.
Judgment time. Shine.
No contest.
Yeah. Actually, I'm very interested. Like, do we have a loot? Yeah, nothing. Of course, there's nothing, nothing. Well, anyways. Now just, yeah, it's actually right here, right? Yeah, boy. Hello, gentlemen.
Comes with a job, I guess.
Loading. Stay calm. In war with time.
Boom.
Sentinel protect me.
Shut.
In the name of Imperator.
I don't have all day. Come at me. Don't stand in my way. Now I have a report to write.
But like, I'm actually kind of weirded out by the fact that I have Peeb like with 170% energy recharge, but it still is not enough to trigger it like fast enough. So maybe I can play around with it.
Fine. Comes with a job.
Leave it to me.
But we'll see if we can pull out.
Loading. Astral modulation. Sentinel protect me. Together we stand. Judgment time. I call upon the Sentinel.
All of you at once. I don't do overtime. Come at me. My shield can withstand more than that. Reduce to dust. What a waste of time.
Okay, we are donezo. GG's. Okay. I mean, like, it's all over, right? Yeah, it's all over. Okay. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna get this. Well, I'm at a dilemma because... Oh well, why the fuck not, actually. Well, let's just do one more. Let's see if we can get her at the 57. Come on. I'm channeling all my energy here. Come on. Come on. Mother of God. Oh well. Anyways. Yeah. I probably should like go through the Evanolium, to be honest. Yeah, I don't have any other pools left. Well, anyways. Quest time. Or should I do a Bowser quest? I don't know. Because that's like really time consuming. The rewards aren't really worth it for me right now. Let's just do the story quest. Your summer will never wither. So 8 in the morning. Okay. Hell yes! We've got Carlotta again! Let's go!
Rover, fancy running into you here.
Oh, fancy running into you here, my darling.
Won't you dine with me? Ms. Margarita asked me to sample her newest pizza. But my goodness, these portions.
Did you hear what the Order's acolytes found while clearing the abandoned library? A manuscript of a poem with an accompanying music sheet. The public has already caught wind of its contents. Did you know it was signed as Golden Anthem?
Golden Anthem. Once a reputable poets society in Raguna consisting of 3 members, Farrell, Selena, and Rimbaud. They composed numerous anthems and poems glorifying the Sentinel and the Order, but were later accused of blasphemy by the Order and sent on a pilgrim's sale. They vanished thereafter without a trace, and mentioning of their names is now forbidden in Raguna. Okay, okay. These are actually pretty nice, in my opinion. Like those like tapes and like those explanations, because because in a game like this where there are tons and tons of different terms, you are just bound to forget some of them, so. Oh, this motherfucker.
Last work, written aboard the Pilgrim's Sail. I reckon the original finder fished it out the sea and put it in the library, not knowing what it was.
Shh, quiet. They're criminals. Best not mention them in...
The criminals! I mean, like to be honest, like, the whole thing about the quality of the voice acting of the side characters in each quest since Raguna started, I have noticed that, like, if you want a quality voice acting, just put someone there who has either a heavy English or a Scottish accent, and you are golden, in my opinion. So, yeah, but like, a good move, you know, it sounds nice.
Shh. That name is not to be spoken of in Raguna.
Oh my god.
Simply put, the Golden Anthem was once a renowned poets' society.
Why the fuck did I just read that? Why the fuck did I just read that if they are going to explain it anyway?
Their 3 members were once the Sentinel's cantors, but the Order banished them for insulting the divinity. Allegedly, their pilgrim sail caught fire and none on board survived, and thus their last known work disappeared.
Well, since the manuscript is no longer secret, how does the tune sound?
Give me a second. Let me think.
Ooh.
Hear that? It's exactly what they're playing now.
Ooh, okay. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh my god, yeah. Oh, actually, yeah, that's a nice screenshot.
Well, it would appear they were possessed by daemons, just as this very article suggests.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Yeah, but finally we are getting some movement in the main story again. And like, I mean, like, serious movement. Like, at least with the Fraxidus.
Friends,
So let's go.
It's been too long. I gather you were also listening in on that conversation about the Golden Anthem's last work?
What did you mean by daemons?
Oh my god, I am so fucking in love with her.
Resentful of the Order's verdict, they committed to paper a curse upon Rinascita and Draguna. Those favored by the divinity were the most willing to raise the blade of rebellion, for they alone knew how to make divinity bleed and doctrines crumble. Though they died in exile to a great fire, their resentment festered in their music and poetry, transforming into horrors known as daemons. Like the fire that dragged them to hell, these daemons will spread throughout the land and burn all of Raguna. This article was recently published in the Raguna Literary Journal. Quite the perspective, wouldn't you say? Vengeance born of resentment. Such dark and twisted characters are hard to resist. Perhaps someone unwittingly played that tune just now and opened the plushies to possession by the daemons. Then again, it's all conjecture. Those in the Poets' Society died years ago, and who's to say what really happened? Now, if those vengeful spirits really do exist, well, out of all the patrons here, they went straight for you, Rover. Curious and curiouser. By the way, it just so happens that I made a copy of the Poet Society's last work. Here, take it. Consider it a little souvenir from your spirited encounter. Maybe it'll prove useful later. Goodbye, friends. A change of venue is in order. I must finish my play.
Yeah. Manuscript excerpt. Swept away by the storm are the cicadas of the Water Kingdom, where wheat straws lay adrift in the village's oaken wine mugs. Prolonged nights of summer, lost souls wander between streets and alleys. Withered leaves fall into autumn's abyssal tranquility. Rust of decay form on utensils of Holy Communion. Desolate winds of autumn. Acolytes measure the inclination of divinity with rotten scales. Frost-covered pupils of stained glass. The confessional fills with silent ash. Sleepless night of winter. A wandering bard holds a frozen lute, playing sounds that never reach. With our bodies to fuel the fire, the ensuing inferno shall forge Raguna's true gold. Like the fire that dragged them to hell, these daemons will spread throughout the land and burn all of Raguna. Let this sail take us past the towers, past the surrounding walls, and past the sentinel sculptures, as we descend silently into hell, till this song drowns into the brilliance of the sunset. Well, that's not ominous at all, is it?
Like the fire that dragged them to hell, these daemons will spread throughout the land and burn all of Raguna. Unverifiable, yes, but not entirely dismissible. That said, a peculiar entity did indeed manifest, and it attacked you.
And another one.
So, let's start at the very beginning. I have a friend who's an expert in deciphering music. I believe you've met her before. She who resembles Topaz should still be near Whisperwind Haven at this hour.
Let's fucking go! We have Carlotta in the quest, in the flesh. That only means one. Ah, okay.
Efficiency above all.
Yeah, let's just switch to her. And since we have her on the quest. Oh,
In her world, poetry and music hold equal sway. Shh. Listen carefully.
oh yeah, I got a good one.
Journey towards the dreams, all the hopes will set us free from doubts and fears deep within. Let the sunrise gild our wings, let the twilight soothe our
Follow the song to find
the
her.
skyward forever wild and free.
Yeah. Kuro doesn't care about our wallets at all.
It's been too long.
Yeah, she is just flat out pretty.
You really must adore that song. I remember hearing you sing it when I was little.
How old the fuck is she? Ciaccona be old, chat. Okay. Well, anyways. Fuck, but like, that song went hard. Nice one.
When I was a child, whenever I passed by Ciaccona's house, I'd always hear music drifting from the courtyard. Lively, spirited, and so full of emotion.
Yeah. They really went all out and cooked with that design. Like, Jesus.
I remember it well. Those two guards of yours were like giants from Septimont. Easily 200 pounds of pure muscle.
Back then, Ciaccona's family conducted the Order's choir.
How should I put it? Well, as they say, families are always rising and falling. But a song is a song, whether sung in a grand hall or beneath the open sky. As for family matters, let the past stay where it belongs. Anyway, the two of you came in such a hurry. I suppose you're not here to take in the music?
imagine a man rambling on in C3 sharp, and then, poof, out pops a monster.
Yeah, that's a great one.
It is the point. I need to know what kind of music could possibly have the power to conjure up those monsters of yours. The Golden Anthem. That name should never be spoken. They're criminals. To conspire with them is to risk banishment at sea. Or worse.
Don't worry. This won't be the first time we've crossed paths with the Order.
Fine.
Oh yeah, she's thick.
The composers of this poem cursed Renacita, spelling the fall of Raguna. When the poem is played, some type of horror appears. If I understand correctly, that's what attacked you and Carlotta. If you ask me, this story is a right load of codswallop. I don't believe a simple little poem could curse Renacita.
Codswallop.
Then you...
Okay.
We need to get to the heart of this poem and music mystery. Let me join you. I can't resist a good adventure.
Yeah, kill me with those eyes, like fucking on the spot, drop dead.
I'll help you find the link between the music and those daemons. But in return, I want you to hand these pages to me for safekeeping.
And I thought that she wasn't going to be that much of a gooner bait, but like fucking hell she is. Okay.
Then we have a deal. Since you believe this music summons them, how about we test it for ourselves? I've already memorized the sheet music.
It's risky, but there's no surer way to find out. Wouldn't you agree, Rover?
The final work of poets banished to distant seas and condemned to death. What, I wonder, did the verses forged in flames truly sing of?
Okay, chat. I need to go get a drink. Be right back. Okay, and we are back. Okay, let me just see and test one thing out. I do need to check something. Yada yada. Okay, yeah, we are golden. Ooh. I do love me some good music. That's one hell of a sitar. Let's go get it! Can we play her right out of the bat in the
They are
Yeah,
just
we
like
can.
things the detectives and rescue.
A perfect chord. Mind the tempo. Instant easy. Here comes the helper.
Listen, the trio of destiny.
Still recognizing. The stage is set.
And we are still doing fucking damage. Okay. Holy shit.
They burn in despair, resentful of the Order's verdict, till their last breath. Their last work is nothing but a curse upon us all. With our bodies to fuel the fire, the ensuing furnace shall forge Raguna's true gold. Is it saying Raguna will burn to the ground?
They wanted their resentment to echo through the streets. Just by reading this, I can almost see their terrifying faces in the fire.
These voices. They're people of Raguna, aren't they? I think I heard Mr. C3 Sharp in the mix.
If the poet's resentful souls gave birth to daemons, then shouldn't they sound like the poets themselves? Those voices were just people who read or heard their work.
Perhaps the voices themselves are what causes the daemons to manifest.
So, like, quick break. Fucking hell, this quest, and yes, I am using a screwdriver to make my point. This quest is already fucking off the hook, in my opinion. Like, I am already invested. The story is interesting. The, like, script is well written. Of course, we have Carlotta and we have Ciaccona in one quest. That's like, oh my god. Yes, sir, count me in.
In the legends, daemons are born of death and curses. But what we've seen isn't like that, no. They're more like horrors created from people's words and imagination. Of course, I'm just speculating. The voices were somewhat muddled. Perhaps I can refine the melody. But this time, we need to listen harder. Let's find out what the true story really is.
Truth of the Demons. Start imagining how the story unfolds with melodies. Holy shit, they cooked. Okay. What is this? Inspiration. You can experience stories from the past in segments and spend inspiration to piece together the puzzles. Inspiration regenerates over time. Oh my god, we even got a mini game, like a puzzle mini game in the quest. Like, Jesus, that's so good. So, As Ciaccona adjusts the tune, melodies from the daemons reshape into a realm. From within, you will learn the truth of their origins. Count me in.
This is a realm created from melodies. Music can transcend space and time to bring memories and stories to life.
Yeah, like music-themed main story quest. And the tunes slap fucking ass, chat. Holy shit. Holy actual fucking shit. This is amazing. I am actually excited. I'm actually excited. Holy hell. Like, I don't know if I've ever been this excited from the get-go on a quest in this game. Like, oh, this is exactly up my alley. Like, oh my god, I'm actually having a fucking blast. Fucking hell, I'm even stuttering from it. So music can transcend space and time to bring memories and stories to life. Okay, yeah, we know that. That music sheet is not only a piece of music, is
No.
it?
Normally, you can't perceive the frequencies in a melody. But that manuscript lets you see the world as I do. That part with the daemons should be right here.
They burn in despair, resentful of the Order's verdict, till their last breath. Their last work is nothing but a curse upon us all.
It's the same as what we heard before. But now I see something. A balance scale with a crowd of people standing on one of the pans. What are they weighing?
The two sides of the scale represent differing perspectives. Once a work is made public, its meaning no longer belongs to its creator alone, but is shaped by the interpretations of its readers.
Yeah, good take on art as a whole. That doesn't really influence only music, but like every piece of art.
Perhaps it was a simple poem at first, nothing more. Then that article claimed it was a curse upon Raguna. Given that members of the Golden Anthem were banished on the Pilgrim's Sail and died in a fire, the notion quickly took hold. No one knew exactly what happened, so they filled in the gaps with their imaginations. With motive and a complete story. Perhaps that's all it took for a lie to become the truth. Each time someone plays their last work, it summons daemons. This is the Golden Anthem's revenge and curse upon Raguna. But still,
Yeah, maybe
words and
I'll...
imagination alone cannot bring something into existence. Yes, someone must have used them to create the daemons. What if the mastermind pulling the strings from the shadows is the author of that article? Daemons are bound to their creator, so it might not be a coincidence you felt them target you at the restaurant.
Better.
There could be a connection between you and this mastermind. Or perhaps they have their own reasons for wanting to see you silenced.
Okay. Pick this option and find out how the story unfolds.
Imagination knows no bounds. If left unchecked, such incidents will only increase. For resonators, dealing with them isn't much of a challenge. But for ordinary folk, it's enough to spark panic across the city. Finding the one pulling the strings should be our priority.
Imagination also bounds, things will only get worse. Okay, yeah. Thanks for the summary, sure. Okay, the real ending has still some missing pieces. Let's try again. Oh, okay. I mean, like resume from choices, right? Okay, consume inspiration to unlock more endings to the story. Inspiration is restored by 1 point daily. Use it to unlock special... Okay. Okay, let me think about it. I'm not really sure how I feel about that, but like... So we get 1 inspiration point daily. That means that they actually made a mechanic so the story quest has more value over time. Like, there is... It's essentially a variation on what Genshin does with the story quest, although they make it like more of the standard like visual novel type game, or like the progression where you unlock different endings. But here it is capped with the inspiration. Like sure. Well, there are two sides to the coin. Like, essentially, one thing is that you get more bang for your buck because you have, you can play the quest for a longer time, and you are going to probably get more fun out of it in that way. Then again, that's not for all players, because some players just want to, like, get through it and be done with it. So, like, I guess I'm okay with it, but I'm still not really sure how I feel about that, to be honest. But, like, still, it's an interesting addition. I'm not hating on it, per se. So, let's just see how it goes further. How it unfolds. So, let's do this. How do we catch this mastermind?
If the daemons are born from the public's imagination, then things will shift once we catch whoever is responsible for starting this in the first place. This mastermind has gone to great lengths to twist the facts, stirring fear and turning it into resentment. Maybe an attempt to cover up certain stories about the Poet Society. He must be tied to them somehow. If we can learn more about the Golden Anthem, we might be one step closer to catching him.
You realize people's interpretation of music was are what brought these demons into being.
Music and poetry are born from kindness and hope. Yet now they've been twisted to create these monstrosities. Whoever is behind this won't just sit back and watch. The thought of confronting them is already inspiring me to write a ballad. What should I call it? Which instruments would fit?
The voice acting is, like, on point though, like, she is amazing.
Our enemy hides in the dark, while we remain in the light. If that's the case... we need to split up. With your tenacity and Ciaccona's expertise, we will uncover the truth.
And here we lose Carlotta yet again. But, like, I don't blame them, like... Jennifer English, like, cannot be cheap for the whole, for the shebang. Or, like, cheap enough so they can, like, keep her for the whole shebangs, but we'll see.
Someone has pointed a gun at Cat's Eye. Someone ought to pull back the curtain and expose them.
But she'll definitely come back in this quest. But then again, this quest is not only about Carlotta, or not about Carlotta, it's about Ciaccona. So, of course, we should get more Ciaccona.
The family has its ways. Tracing the article's source and finding this mastermind won't be a problem.
If we find melodies connected to the Poets Society, I can bring the past into clearer focus. I've got it, Rover! I know a place where they've definitely left their mark. Let's go! Onward to new melodies! I really admire the wind. It's free to go anywhere without restraint. If only it could carry my poems into the hands of everyone across the world.
Money! And those vocalizations are nice. And I think they actually did something to the gondolas. They seem like much more maneuverable, to be honest.
Ta-da! Welcome to Requiem Paradise.
Sure, where Renasitan poets and musicians bury their retired instruments.
This is where Raguna's musicians lay their old instruments to rest.
Okay.
For the people of Raguna, the sea is everything. We live and sleep by the sea, and our souls drift out to sea when we pass. Since an instrument is an extension of the musician, it's only fitting that it's buried by the sea. May its dreams be long and sweet before returning to the waves. I'm certain this is where the poets of the Golden Anthem laid their instruments to rest before their banishment. What's wrong? You seem troubled.
Good girl. Good girl.
Is that what's been on your mind this whole time? I say, if the answers aren't coming, let it all go and clear your mind. To be honest, I haven't found any leads either. But worry not. This is what we bards call a bottleneck. Once, I spent 3 days just trying to find the right words to describe a tree. Couldn't do it. Not one word. So, I stood under that tree and prayed for an apple to fall on my head. You know, just like in those stories where inspiration strikes after an apple hits you. And, well, at least you get a snack out of it. Sadly, the apples weren't ripe and none fell. No free nibbles for me, unfortunately. Try it.
Oh, yeah.
It's a real apple.
Later, when I finally decided to leave, I looked up through the gaps in the branches and suddenly saw a blooming flower atop a cliff.
Yeah, we are getting
Turns
some
out,
serious
even without an
screenshots out of
apple,
this one.
inspiration may yet strike. But if I hadn't stood there, I might have missed that unexpected burst of beauty. So, maybe this is enough. Let's put aside heavy thoughts and continue our walk with a clear mind.
Oh my, oh no.
I'm starting to understand why Carlotta calls you Topaz.
I mean, like, holy shit, that's a nice one.
Is that so? But I'm nowhere near as dazzling as the sun. If anything, I'd rather be like Icarus in the story. Soaring freely in the sky, even if it means falling in the end.
Interesting that they use real-world references, to be honest.
I sense the melody of an instrument close by. Let's search for it.
We are getting some money.
Can you keep up?
Mm-hmm.
A flute. But it sounds sharp and harsh. If this were a performance, I'd say it's trying to finish as quickly as possible, barely giving the notes a chance to breathe.
Okay, we've got a harp.
A harp. It's in excellent condition, but its tone is flat and dull. Let's keep it for now and see if there are any other instruments nearby.
I mean, like,
Anything catch your eye?
you are so obvious, dude.
Gently does it.
Is that a lute? Its echoes are faint. Perhaps because it's been abandoned longer than the previous two. I'll need some time to decipher it. Wait. The sound may be weak, but there's an undeniable strength to it. Rover, behind you! It seems this lute likely belonged to a member of the Folk Society. Which is to say, it holds the melodies they left behind. Solo time!
Leave it to me.
Ta-da! A grand overture. Master. Now presenting a poem of finale.
My compliments. Found your weak spot. The stage is set.
The timbre also matches. I believe this lute is exactly what we've been looking for. Sometimes, even when the instruments are the same, the performer's mood can change the entire sound. For example, this lute doesn't seek to boast. It speaks softly, like a traveler sharing a story over tea in the warmth of an afternoon.
She makes the story interesting. Actually, like, I've noticed that, like, her performance and her voice acting is so on point that actually she basically, like, how do you say this? Jesus. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh yeah, she basically works as a narrator to the story. So that's and she does a very good job at it. And it really gives the quest like life It makes it interesting. It makes it more like immersible.
The true purpose of music is to express what words cannot. Rover, if there's something you want to say but can't put into words, if you sing it, maybe I'll understand.
But I haven't even heard you sing yet.
Oh, bullshit. Fucking hell, are you serious?
Me?
Well,
Perhaps another time. Once all this is settled, I'll perform for you. Be sure to listen closely then. Now, it's in the lute's hands. I hope this melody holds a tale worth telling.
okay. Oh, this looks nice.
I hear something up ahead. It seems like an interrogation room. This melody carries the weight of the Poet Society interrogation. Let's keep moving. Take care with each step. The melodies left by these instruments are extremely fragile. The realm we're about to enter will appear fragmented.
Already does.
We may find ourselves straddling vast rifts in time and space. A single misstep could draw us into other melodies, leaving us lost within them.
Looks nice though.
Of the Golden Anthem. Know that Imperator is stern, yet merciful. The Codex teaches us those whose sins are cleansed by the sea shall remain blessed by the sea. It is a grave offense to slander the Sentinel. This includes your claim that the Sentinel's true form is a steed of the skies. I was told you found this lie carved on a lithograph. In the face of the tempest, a giant celestial steed carved a path for the Ark. How absurd.
Well, he is a fucking Pegasus, so...
If you admit you were mistaken at tomorrow's trial and reveal where you have hidden the evidence, I will move mountains to protect you and your companions. Remember, Imperator only responds to repentance, not silence.
I'm sorry, Sir Acolyte. I'm doing my best to cooperate. Please don't mistake my silence for defiance. It's just, this room is freezing, and I've caught a chill. Makes it hard to talk. I'm afraid that by the time I see the Sentinel, I will have lost my voice entirely. Perhaps then, they will judge you for silencing a poor transgressor's confession.
As long as you repent and help us destroy those blasphemous poems and songs, the Sentinel shall show mercy. You are a wise man. I trust you will make the right choice. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Good night, Mr. Farrell.
Yeah, the Spanish Inquisition is no joke, right?
Should you wish to receive the Sentinel's mercy.
No need to worry, Sir Acolyte. In fact, I'm beginning to enjoy the cold.
Neither official nor private records show them as having ever repented in the Cathedral of Mercury. This melody is fading fast. Let's check if there's anything nearby to amplify it.
Farrell's gone mad. He ought to have hidden the truth in our secret study. Why would he slip this dangerous knowledge into his poems and hand them out to children? We ought to have buried the truth.
Buried the truth. It just occurred to me. Is that our mastermind's true aim? Not only to bury the past, but also to silence those who know to that end. He stirs panic to deepen Ragonese prejudice against the Poet Society, using this opportunity to create monsters born from our words. It just occurred to me. Is that our mastermind's true aim? Not only to bury the past, but also to silence those who know the truth. Like you.
Okay.
Words and music are weapons without form.
Like, yeah, so, I've pretty much arrived to the conclusion about, like, the mechanic where you can get, like, different voice dialogues. So, I think that if we actually can have multiple endings in a story quest, which we probably won't, because it's still a main story quest, so it will be linear by the end. It's still a nice addition to like have the option to revisit it and like unlock different voice lines, unlock different perspectives maybe. So yeah, all in all, good addition. Maybe I just thought about it too hard in the first place.
I knew this was to be our fate. From the moment we uncovered that lithograph, I knew it would come to this. Still, I have no regrets. But if the Sentinel's true form is a flying steed, what does that make the Imperator we've pledged our faith to? All this time, we've been living nothing but a lie.
The Order's stance is that the Poets Society concealed blasphemous works. Yet the Order themselves concealed the lithograph's existence. What were they afraid of? That's right! You must have seen the Sentinel in the inverted tower. To keep the Sentinel's true form a secret, the Order ruined the Golden Anthem's reputation.
But like to be honest, one thing really doesn't add up. I mean, like, they are trying to silence the fact that the Sentinel's true form is a fucking flying steed, and still have, like, actual big-ass statues of fucking Pegasus and winged horses all over Raguna. Like, all over. Like, either I'm missing something, or that is just a flat-out stupid. Which it probably is. So that's a little bit of a plot hole in my opinion, to be honest, but like still, the quest is pretty nice, so I'm letting it go.
I understand what Farrell was trying to do. We're not adventurers or mighty resonators. We don't even have the time or ability to determine whether that lithograph is real or fake. Farrell only wanted to share the voice of uncertainty. He hoped someone might understand his doubts. Our fate has been sealed. All we can do now is choose what we believe and carry what we hope to be the truth to our graves.
One sec. Oh, actually, I didn't even put on my wristband. Okay. 1 second, I need to put my phone on the charger. Okay, let's continue.
They don't sound like they're full of hatred at all. If anything, they appear to have anticipated what would happen. During the interrogation, they kept their composure and did not offer fierce resistance. In fact, they even showed sympathy for the interrogator.
Everything seems to revolve around the Order. Could they be the ultimate mastermind behind this?
We don't know that for certain. but at least we now know the Poet Society would never place a curse on Raguna. The melody is fading faster now and becoming unstable. We should leave.
Okay.
We can continue our discussion later.
And bye-bye.
Where is this place? A study? Ciaccona, are we? Ciaccona?
Ooh, we lost her, chat.
We must have gotten separated. Ciaccona did say even a slight misstep could draw us into other melodies. Am I?
You are to build a home here, like seabirds. Dwell upon the water, just as countless stars dot the night sky. I don't know if what I'm feeling is right or wrong. They were clearly
okay.
the Sentinel's cantors.
Is that a young Ciaccona?
Criminals who insulted divinity.
I think it is. I do actually think it is. Anyway, like... I mean, I love the green hue. I'm actually really digging it. Yeah, that is the young Ciaccona.
It's a poem I've never seen before. It's so different from what they used to write. Do not
Cannot wait to
place
pull her.
flowers on my tomb, for I do not rest beneath the stone. I am the sea wind at Raguna's walls. I am a dawn that breaks through thorns. I am a nighthawk of wings aflame, soaring towards the celestial steed, whose praises I sing and whose true form I behold. A flame, celestial steed, true form I behold.
Yeah, but like, as I said, I think that Raguna is there like for a long time now, like the city. And they are trying to like silence the poets for revealing its true form of a fucking flying horse or a Pegasus. Yet they have the statues of said flying horse all around town. And big ones at that. So I mean, like, what the actual fuck? And like, all over Raguna, actually. So I'm very interested if they are going to address this big-ass plot hole. Because the only thing that makes it, like, understandable is if the statues weren't there. But that wouldn't make sense, because that would mean that the poets are already absolved of their, like, crimes and sins. And that the true form was already recognized. So there wouldn't be a need to, like, keep your mouth shut about them, right? So let's see where this goes. But like, still, I'm very much enjoying this quest. What do we have here? A little bit light reading, right? Yeah, like hell I'm going to read that. Nah, cannot pull out the sensor. We can just sit here, wait for the blah 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 blah. Wait. Ah, sure. Why can I not sprint?
The night sky will be illuminated by wings of flame, and I shall be reborn in immortal poetry.
Because they
Ooh.
cannot banish the truth, the Order of the Deep instead banished us to the sea.
Okay. That's a screenshot.
Our thirst for truth is why we were cast out. No matter what, remember this. The truth will always exist. And the truth is gold that is unafraid of the fiercest of flames.
Yeah, you tell him.
Can't get through. But the sounds are coming from over there. What is this place? Who are you?
She's always been distant and aloof, but her true melody is both heavy and fragile.
Yeah, we've got a wee little Ciaccona here.
Ciaccona Toccata.
Nice surname.
As long as you still draw breath, lift your eyes and look. With this poem, your life is eternal.
And we are back.
Rover? Rover, are you alright?
Now that's a nice first look. Or would be a nice first look when I wake up.
Finally, I got you out of there. You must have been drawn into a different melody on our way out.
Of course I'm going to tell her, like...
I just walked into his study and ran into a strange
And yes, I
girl.
am using
She seemed quite taken with
screwdriver
the
to make my
society's
point.
work. She mentioned a name. Ciaccona Toccata.
I see. I don't know who you met, but Toccata is my family name.
And we are going to ignore the fact that we are talking about you.
For family matters, let the past stay where it belongs. Just call me Ciaccona. We don't need to overcomplicate things.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Well, we have made some...
Sliding past.
The melody we were in gave me a hint on what to do next. Yes, seeing as they banished the Golden Anthem, we might find more clues in the Cathedral of Mercury.
Okay. Let's go to the big boss.
Keep up.
Hello, gents.
Have you found her yet? No.
Yeah, I'm just gonna...
She's not here either. Oh, greetings, brother and sister.
Greetings, little miss.
Might I ask, have you seen someone dressed like us who likes to walk with her head down?
No. Razor doesn't like walking with her head down. She must have gotten into some trouble.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go full priest on this one.
We're in the Order's choir. We're rehearsing hymns to sing at the ceremony. Racer is our lead chorister. We took a break from rehearsing to play hide and seek. But when the time ran out, we couldn't find her. Maybe she got mad at us because we sang badly. She hasn't smiled at us much since rehearsal started.
Can you tell your big sister here what hymn you're rehearsing?
The teacher says it's a hymn to honor the brave knights and the Sentinel's guidance. But Razor says the hymn was written by a bunch of criminals.
Interesting. You and Ciaccona realize that these criminals are in fact members of the Golden Anthem. Okay.
Well, which way did Racer go? We can help you look for her.
Really? She went that way.
Right into the wall. Oh, there she is. Probably. Playing with a cat.
Such a beautiful voice, isn't it?
You're the laureate! And you are?
Hot.
My name is Ciaccona.
A friend of mine.
Don't be scared. We're only here so that you can finish your game of hide and seek.
Hide and seek, right. Myron and the others are waiting for me. Sorry I've caused you trouble.
How about a little chat first? Something's troubling you. I can tell.
What? Of course not. The ceremony is coming up, and the choir still has so much to rehearse. I'm fine.
Young ones today have so much talent. If I had the chance, I'd love to learn how to sing hymns. You know, our laureate here definitely knows how to sing hymns.
Oh, that little bitch. Like, actually, if they made the Rover's voice actor sing in this quest, I'm going to fucking lose it.
It's just... Before the performance, the choir has to listen to the same music, recite the same lyrics, and do the same rehearsals every day. What's more, the hymn we're practicing, it was composed by bad people. Teacher calls them heretic poets.
Then why the fuck are you practicing?
Myron and the others never complain. They're always eager to sing praises to the Sentinel on stage. But now, their dreams are all dashed because of me. Myron, Patero, and Shear's voices are in perfect harmony. But I can never keep up. And I don't like this hymn. Myron and the others are too young to realize that heresy is a grave offense. But I know.
It's like actually interesting to see two sides of the coin with the Order of the Deep and the population of Reguna and the Golden Anthem, like the Poets Association, where so you can see the influence of the Order.
The Order wants us to sing songs written by criminals.
But that I'm also very much interested about.
The more I thought about it, the more out of rhythm I became. In the end, I could barely sing at all. That song just now.
Not yet. Hey, what's up?
How it's supposed to sound.
Thanks for tuning in, but I am trying to pull her and I'm very much hoping to win my 50-50. I am at 57 pity right now.
Well,
so I'm doing the quest, the events. Like? Yeah, she is fucking amazeballs in my opinion. And exactly, like, her kit is so interesting and so out of the box that it's really fun to play. And yeah, essentially, like, Kuro makes a good job of making interesting characters with super fun and different style kits, and that's what makes the game like still interesting and not just a copy paste. Yeah, Kuro is not fucking around, and Kuro is not, and I repeat, they are, and I'm still using my screwdriver, they are actually not caring about our wallets at all. And I think that, like, Ciaccona is an amazing character. Zani was an amazing character. But, like, Cartethia is going to be, like, even more crazy. Like, her kid, her, like, everything about her is going to be very much interesting. Probably is going to be an arrow character also, because we need a new arrow damage. Gian just cannot keep up. And, like, oh my god. Yeah, I don't even know if I am going to be able to pull Ciaccona because of the 50-50, but I know that if I lose the 50-50, I just have to save for Cartethia, because I am not going like to splurge on that one. Even though I would very much like to do so, but I'm not probably going to be in a position to splurge on that one, so. Still, did you get her?
As the book state,
Ciaccona, I
is a
mean.
song of praise for the sentinel who leads the lost to the abundant lands.
Nice one. What pity. Yeah, like my best luck that I had was like a few versions ago, and I do not remember with which character it was, but I remember that I pulled like the limited character with guarantee on like 71, and the next pull I've got another 5-star character back to back, but I lost the 50-50. But I was not mad about that, because I actually like at least had the option to save for the next character and have the next character guaranteed. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah, I pulled for Zani, and I didn't have much luck with that one. Oh, cool. Let's go. Yeah, I'm stupid. I'm trying to pull for probably almost everyone. Like, the only characters...
What you were feeling when you were singing alone in the corner just now.
Yeah, actually, oh my god, that voice acting is so on point and so great. Anyways, I actually, like, the only two characters which I deliberately did not want to pull were Rochia and Brand. Because I didn't see much use in them, to be honest. Although Brand's playstyle and mechanic is pretty interesting, but still, I'm not that much of a fusion, like, enthusiast, so... Although, in the next version after Cartethia, or maybe even in the second half, that's gonna be a problem. Because we're getting that Lupa, right? And she also looks stacked as hell, so very much interesting. Yeah. Like, because I'm playing Wuthering Waves since its launch, I already have Changli, so it would make sense to like pull Brand, but because I didn't use her much and I have other characters which are much better leveled up and much better built, I'm just using those. And yeah, I like actually did pull for Zani only because I like had a little bit of a luck with Phoebe. I pulled her pretty early, and I just wanted like the best synergy between them. So and the other thing is that I really like I'm already like I loved to use Jin C, but it's getting old. So I wanted a new like Spectral character, and mainly the new characters also like use Spectral Frazzle and all the new effects that they added to the game. So that was just a no-brainer for me because I wanted like a better Spectral character, which is, and to be honest, they made actually a good job that even if they use the new effects, they don't necessarily power creep the like earlier characters. So yeah, Zan is great. She dishes out very much damage, but it's not like Jinxie would be any worse because of it. Anyways, back to the quest.
I didn't want to hold everyone back. And I really wanted to help everyone have a great performance at the ceremony.
Anyways, did you already play the story quest? Because I am positively loving it. Like the voice acting, the narration, it's great. Cool. How did you like it? Yeah, it is. Like from the get-go, and like Carlotta was a nice, like, throwing a bone to us. It was a really great that she made an appearance. But, like, the first time that we see Ciaccona in this quest, that song slapped so fucking hard.
Then hold on to that feeling. Let's rehearse again. You don't have anyone sitting in on your rehearsals, do you?
Yeah, she's great.
No.
Well then, the Laureate and I will be the first to hear you perform.
This should be interesting. I'm very interested in the ending of the quest. Oh, okay. So, actually, what do you think about this new mechanic that they added into the quest? Because, like, at first I thought that they were actually like giving us multiple routes and endings in the like story quest, but like essentially that's not possible because it's a story quest and it has to have like a linear story and ending. But I think that it's pretty neat that they are giving us the option to revisit the quest and see what else we can do about it.
This is a cathedral. That's the choir on stage.
Or like get more information out of it.
Leading them. Looks like it's a ceremony of some kind. It sounds like...
Yeah. They're trying to make it interesting, and I dig that. A song to glorify the other strain, a triumphant victory song for the knights. Nothing but let's try this again.
A song celebrating the knights who defeated the Tacit Discords at Whisperwind Haven. Wait, someone's approaching the stage.
Degenerates! Arrogant hypocrites, every last one of you!
Oh my god, the voice acting is so good.
No idea what happened. Not at all. Has the Order reduced our sacrifices to mere tales to be told over tea? The Sentinel's blessing. Where were you when we fought the Tacit Discords at Whisperwind Haven? Where were any of you? Where was the Sentinel? We didn't fight for the Sentinel or for the damned Order. We fought for ourselves. You're nothing but hypocrites.
This is madness. Who is this madman? Someone remove him from here immediately. Do not be deceived. All knights who rode into that battle wielded swords sanctified by the Order. They fought in the name of divinity.
What he said about the common folk, is it true? Tell me, were they also sent to fight at Whisperwind Haven? I must see it for myself.
What a mess. I suppose this incident is what changed the Poet Society. Strange. Why is this passageway so long? This is the same study I stumbled into in the Realm of Melodies.
Afternoon tea! Yes, please. The odd tea and biscuits, miss. I'll reapply the medicine once you've finished. Next time, no more climbing walls, understood? It wasn't just for fun. I was trying to... There, I understand. You've always been a curious child. You saw something terribly interesting and snuck out to take a closer look. Wait. Is it raspberry? My favorite. Huh? Ow! Look at this. This book says the flower doesn't live long. But that's silly. I know it can survive the coldest of winters.
A small little Ciaccona.
Maybe one day I'll become a great bard, a proper one, who never makes mistakes like this. Miss, this study is a secret. You must never tell a soul. I understand. But I've always wondered, why do people say they're guilty? There are so many interesting poems and songs here. Why won't Father let me see them? Oh, you'll understand when you're older, miss.
I wonder if the creation will tell the truth.
Oh, what splendid singing! Even the laureate was enraptured.
Racer did wonderfully. Thanks to you, I figured it out. Sincerity is what truly matters when we pray and sing praises to the Sentinel.
Yes, a hymn isn't just a few lines of history. It is shaped by your feelings and experiences. The hymn may differ in each person's eyes, but its resonance and meaning are universal. I hope you'll give the audience a spectacular performance on the day of the ceremony. So, what did you see in Razor's melody?
The hymn's backstory.
The Poets Society was criticized for glorifying the knights over the common folk during one of their hymn performances. Their assumptions were challenged, so they traveled to the knights' encampment at Whisperwind Haven to verify the truth for themselves.
Another one.
This incident may have been the turning point for the Poets Society. Did you find any other clues? Next time we venture into the realm of melodies, perhaps we should tie our hands together to stop you from getting lost. If the Order's choir is pointing us to Whisperwind Haven, then that's where we'll find more clues. Let's go.
Gently does it? Quickly and swiftly.
I've heard of these knights during my travels. This should be where their old encampment stood. There don't seem to be any instruments, poems, or music here that carry the memory of a melody.
Oh, just let them fight.
Let's try searching the area first.
Interesting, interesting. Let's sing another. Let us sing another to this occasion. With Raguna City behind us, at long last we arrived where the knights once set camp. Oh, those marvelous knights living the way of Korlachi. We build bonfires at night and admire the windmills during the day. We play music and sing together under their turning sails. The townsfolk call us bonfire bards. When the windmills come to rest, we go chasing along the rivers and lakes, but above all else, there's nothing like flying across the field on a clear day. From the air, I glance down at the land wrinkled by time. Sunlight blankets over the pillars of the night's collapsed ruins, where the 1,000-year-old tree stands in its silent vigil. With its roots sprawling across the stone crevices. As the wind carries me across the lake surface, the reflections of the red roof tiles of the Egglatown gleam and dance like pomegranate seeds scattered on top of a sheet of blue silk. The red-topped windmill overlooks the town, slowly turning and beckoning homebound travelers. Yeah, that didn't tell me like fucking anything.
These bonfire poets were no doubt members of the Poet Society. The note says, to find the melody,
The note says they had wandered the area looking for inspiration to find. Therefore, the route they once took.
Try to follow the route they once took. Perhaps inspiration will strike us along the way.
And the boys are duking it out.
Can you keep up?
Let's keep up. Nice.
This was the last stop on their route. Oh, the view just now as we soared in the sky was just breathtaking. What is it? Has anything come to mind? Oh, yes. How did I miss that? The wind is the finest recorder of melodies.
How so?
It rises from the primal, churning endlessly, echoing in our ears without end. I believe the melodies left by the Poet Society were witnessed by the wind, and it will carry them to us.
Well, that's one hell of a conjecture.
Playing a tune, of course. I want to capture the mood they must have felt when they were here. I'm curious as to what they left behind.
Where the fuck did she pull that out from?
Rimbo and Selena must have returned to Raguna by now. That lithograph of the Sentinel's true form. It has to be here somewhere. Did that gentleman guide us intentionally? Who exactly was he?
Ooh, a gentleman.
Papers claiming to be a common artist traveling in search of inspiration.
Mm-hmm. And here we go.
Yet he spoke like a nobleman. But I can't afford to think about that now. If not for his help, we'd still be singing praises to a false sentinel. He's right. We cannot continue to sing for the Order anymore. We must enlighten the people of Raguna. They deserve to know the truth.
Yeah, and here we are.
The Knights of the Order defend only the Order's interests, and so the time has come for us to become knights for the people of Raguna.
So the
Someone
Fraxidus.
told the poets the truth about the Sentinel, and even suggested they stop singing solely for divinity and begin singing for the common folk as well. On the surface, what our mystery man said makes perfect sense. He even has knowledge of Imperator's true form. And
Fraxidus.
this hidden lithograph is evidence the poets were telling the truth.
Fraxidus. Oh, that was fast.
Is this form of the Sentinel the same as the one you saw at Avenololium?
No, it is not. Oh, or maybe it is. Like, it just doesn't have wings.
So the poets were indeed banished for uncovering the Order's secrets. Even under interrogation, they held their silence. It wasn't until they met this mysterious man and learned the truth that they chose to become Knights of Raguna. Resentment and curses are not songs of our style. As for the true mastermind, we still have no direct proof linking him to the Order. We must confront his lies and put an end to these daemon incidents. But once the truth of the Golden Anthem at Imperator is revealed, it will no longer be just a matter of daemons. But is now the right time?
The will of the people is strong. This mastermind is so sure that the lies about the Sentinel will go undiscovered, and that no one will easily believe the truth. The truth exists to be uncovered. All we need is to plant the seeds of doubt in the people's hearts, and let them take root and grow.
Yes. Let's get going then. We'll go back to Margarita's. It's where our story began, and it's where it must end.
Okay, so is that like everything?
Miss Margarita!
Well, hello. If it isn't Rover and Ciaccona. Well, Miss Ciaccona is a regular around here, you know. I've even asked her to perform a few times. Helps bring in the crowds.
Actually, I've come to ask a favor of you today, Miss Margarita. I'm sure you've heard the rumors circulating lately about the Poet Society's legacy. There's something important we'd like to share. Could you help us gather everyone?
Not a problem at all. Did you make any big discoveries? I'm so curious about what actually happened. It's driving me nuts.
Well, not that impressive, but like, sure, let's go with it.
River, we'll begin when you're ready.
Stage is set. Instead of announcing the truth, she'll ask the crowd a few questions, claiming the answer will be revealed at the Odyssey Opera House in the following day. Your guess is she's trying to gather a bigger audience, and today is but a race of the curtains.
The poets did board the Pilgrim's sail, becoming the stars of their own final act. We all know how that tale ended. A great fire consumed the ship, dragging it to icy depths, and the poets of the Golden Anthem with it. But hear this. Banishment did not breed hatred in their hearts for our city, and the flames did not scorch a curse into their music or poems. If you wish to hear their true voices once more, seek them at the Cathedral of Mercury. The children there still sing hymns written by the poets of the Golden Anthem, and yet, not a single daemon has appeared. Even as those poets face their end.
1 second. Be right back. I'm back. Ah, not yet. Actually. Okay. Fuck.
As the fire filled the ship's cabins, they penned their last poems with death drawing near. Perhaps they were greeted by the Sentinel in their final moments. Or perhaps they fell silently toward death. If the poets truly meant to curse Raguna, why would they write such obscure poems? Why not simply leave their works behind in Raguna? No. Their last words were hastily written as the flames closed in. This charade, it was carefully crafted, twisting their work to conceal the truth. We already have... No. Tomorrow, at the Odyssey Opera House, I will reveal the truth. Until then, I thank you all for your patience.
This can't... this is very confusing.
Previously.
Sorry.
This is going to be interesting.
Loria, is this all real? What do you mean by the truth? Did you discover something? The poets of the Golden Anthem, they were...
Yeah, we did discover something. A blonde piece of shit. And here he is, the man of the hour.
A fascinating story indeed. You've certainly piqued everyone's curiosity. The speech you made just now,
Jesus.
implying the poets of the Golden Anthem were framed and their works deliberately misinterpreted.
Exactly. Someone used the story of the Golden Anthem to stir the public's curiosity. This is what created the daemons.
He's standing right there. He's standing right fucking there.
If memory serves, official records of the Order of the Deep state the poets were charged with blasphemy against the Sentinel. Surely you're not suggesting this was all the Order's doing? I dare say, such remarks would be considered a grave crime, punishable by banishment.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Are you from a noble family? The city's elite have a habit of siding with the Order.
Oh, she noticed something.
I'm afraid you misunderstand. I admit, I do get that question quite often. I am but a traveling playwright.
Mm-hmm.
Your presentation brings me back to a play I wrote in my youth. A group of birds locked inside a cage. Convinced they will never fly, they do nothing but stand on a perch. Then, one day, the cage door opened. The young birds flapped their fragile wings, attempting to fly, but plummeted to the ground, one by one. Many consider their fate a tragic one. What say you?
He's an interesting antagonist.
I see it differently. Even if they met their end falling into the abyss, they still had a chance to glimpse the sky and spread their wings.
And what of those who chose to remain in the cage, having witnessed their predecessors fall to their demise? Will they dare to reach for the skies, after realizing the cost of choosing to fly? Does the truth exist to protect, or to harm? That is the question.
Oh yeah, he's written very well
Miss
in my
Poet,
opinion.
I look forward to tomorrow's arrival.
I'm actually fucking hyped about the finale of the quest. That's going to be awesome in my opinion. I can just feel it. Ah, Carlotta-chan!
A splendid retaliation. I witnessed all of your performance. Like everyone present, I too eagerly anticipate tomorrow's arrival. As expected, the Order's fingerprints are all over it. According to our inside sources, it was none other than acolytes from the Order who salvaged the poet's lost works from the wreckage. They've long known of their existence and hid the poems in the Order's library. It's possible this was a sham all along. Choosing to make it public now likely means they're using those poems to obscure the real truth. Now, considering the fact that the untraceable article first began circulating among poets, musicians, and playwrights alike, I think it's fair to say its author is a regular of such secret circles. He may even be the resonator we've speculated about.
Yeah, that will be
His collusion
Cristoforo.
with the Order is why these rumors are allowed to run rampant in the streets. I'll have someone follow this secret circle's trail and see what we can find. We should also share these findings with Ciaccona. As a poet, her insights would be much appreciated.
Yeah, she gone.
That's strange. She was just there a moment ago.
Just like when we were children. Gone without a trace. And she and her family disappeared without even a goodbye. Ms. Margarita, have you seen Ciaccona?
Miss Ciaccona? She was squirreling off towards the harbor earlier. I thought that's where you were meeting, so I didn't say a word. She did look quite down, though. Never seen her wear such a gloomy face before.
Thank you for letting us know, Ms. Margarita.
Oh, he got to her.
Why don't we split up and look for her at the harbor?
Okay.
Gently does it?
The young birds left their cage, flapping frail wings as they fell to the ground.
I never thought his words would reach into the depths I sealed away so long ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he definitely got to her.
Here implies you worry about tomorrow's outcome.
Piece of shit.
You intend to reveal the truth of the Sentinel to the public. But that revelation, it comes with a price. One you've paid before as a child. Remember?
Actually, holy shit, I am so stupid. I am so stupid. How the fuck did I forget to... Oh my god, okay. To switch the scene back to the main one.
This is the past.
Fuck my life.
And here I thought you'd be much wiser than this. You know the dangers of pilgrimage, yet you all still cling to the same reckless path. Tell me, what drives such stubbornness?
The truth has its thorns, and the Golden Anthem has already paid its price. Do you wish to relive their fate?
Is that what you're trying to tell me with your play? But you know nothing of how the Golden Anthem responded.
Allow me to share the answer, Sir Acolyte. Do you remember the very first voice from the heavens? The one the people of Renacita kept alive in their hearts as they built their homes on this land? Surely you've seen The Golden Bough, yes? A play where people from various clans wear masks, singing and celebrating together. An occasion you now call Carnival.
And what of it?
It is words and songs. We are not your enemies. What you face here is something that is hard to describe, something I call reverberation.
Okay.
It exists forever. You can never defeat it.
You pitiful fool. Off to the seas of that reverberation you believe in so dearly.
The
Oh, the story is getting thick.
seeks to banish us to the seas because they know they can't banish the truth.
Hear that? The bell they tolled. I will be the one to carry its sound forward.
The parallels, so striking. Just like the day the Poets Society boarded their sail. You, Ciaccona Toccata, blaspheming against the Sentinel. So this is the resonance they babbled on about. After all these years, another group of fools is ready to march down the same path. Why are there always those who believe the Sentinel is some damn horse?
Well,
the poets were at least clever enough to hold their tongues, but you have the nerve to parade your blasphemy through the streets.
I mean, like, shut the f-
Makes those
actually.
poets look noble by comparison.
I mean, like, actually. the horse is fucking everywhere in Raguena, dude.
Is that so, Sir Acolyte? I do hope you dream of this sentinel of yours every night, then.
Spare me your sarcasm, you insolent bard! You're nothing but a mouthy relic, the last of what remains of your wretched family. Do you not repent for your crimes?
Ah, so you've already tasted their fate, haven't you? You and your family, banished in the name of blasphemy. Such a dramatic turn of events. As cantors of the Sentinel, both the Ciaccona family and the Poet Society committed the same crime. Tell me, what is the connection between you and those poets?
You're nothing but a figment of my imagination. None of this concerns you. It was a price we were willing to pay. We have no regrets. When I was a child, I lacked the ability to prove the Sentinel's true form. But now, with the inverted tower shifting and the prophesied laureate among us, I believe the opportunity has presented itself for the truth to be...
Oh, that's a screenshot.
Opportunity. Indeed. The moment of choice dawns once more. Do you intend to repeat history? This time, dragging Rover along with you, boarding the Pilgrim sail and clinging to hope as the storm carries you away.
Ooh.
Isn't this what you're afraid of? You've unraveled the hand behind it all, but the Order will never allow such truths to see the light. Rover, Miss Carlotta, and all those you've gathered along the way will be forced to bear the consequences of your quest for the truth. And perhaps even that blessed maiden whose whereabouts remain a mystery to this day.
Oh, Cartetia is gonna whoop everyone's ass in the next patch.
Even so, will you two still insist on stepping onto that stage tomorrow?
Of course.
Have you really made your choice? I look forward to the arrival of tomorrow, Miss Poet.
Is this Ciaccona's sheet music? She was here. The vision I just saw seems to have been recorded from this. Ciaccona mentioned she always writes down her melodies on manuscript paper. Could this be?
That sounded like the paper was hella wet.
The Golden Anthem?
And we are back in the Nightmare Realm.
An interrogation room. Being here reminds me of the many unanswered questions still hidden within these melodies. The girl in the Poet Society's study must have been Ciaccona when she was little. What happened last time was no accident. As the performer, her own melodies got entangled in the mix. But why was she there? And why are the Ciaccona family and the Poet Society accused of the same...
Of the same crime? Yeah, well, let's see. I'm definitely finding that out now. Accused small Ciaccona, yet again.
Thank you for understanding everything. Is there anyone else here besides you? You must have touched the Golden Anthem's music sheet. This is the story it holds. To be able to touch it means you're someone I can trust.
Like, She's not as cute as small Chang Li, but she's still very, very cute.
I am yesterday's child of ignorance, the actor now on stage, and the banished sinner of tomorrow, Ciaccona Toccata. Let me tell you, the story of the Golden Anthem doesn't just belong to the Poets Society. It also belongs to me, Ciaccona Toccata.
So much for leaving the past where it belongs. Okay, these tales belong not only to the members of the Golden Anthem, but also to Ciaccona Toccata. You meet the little girl once more. She is neither of the past nor the present. She doesn't really exist at all. She carries all of Ciaccona's stories, revealing the truth in this very place.
This is how it all started. A mysterious person showed the poets the truth about the Sentinel. Then they decided to become Knights of Raguena. Back then, besides the conductor, there were others who helped organize things. That was us, the Toccata family.
Okay.
It didn't take long for the Order to notice us. To keep everyone safe, they gave my father a key to a study. Inside, there were papers that could have destroyed the Order, if anyone would even believe them in the first place. It was blasphemy, but my father didn't hesitate. He took the key right away.
Okay.
As you've already seen, I was also banished. You've probably heard a lot about the pilgrims' sail from Brant. Usually, the food and water in those ships aren't enough to get the people where they need to go. Even if they made it, the cold would get them. But on that ship, the Order made sure there was nothing. No food,
no water,
nothing. And there were only 3 fools on board. As for the fire, the poets started it themselves. In the past, everyone thought they were brilliant cantors. But inside, only they understood how fake and arrogant all their poems and music really were. In their last moments before death, the poets just wanted to leave something real behind. But it was so cold out at sea, and wood for fire was already running low. So they set the cabin on fire, and met their ends in the flames.
Based. That's based as fuck.
In the world they dreamed of, poets would no longer be shackled, and everyone could sing freely. That was their wish for the future when the curtain fell. With our bodies to fuel the fire, the ensuing inferno shall forge Raguena's true gold. But the Order was afraid. They didn't want any loose ends. So they went to salvage the ship's wreckage.
Okay.
The Golden Anthem gave my father the key. At first, he wouldn't let me near it because I was too little. It wasn't until my mother, my uncle, and the rest of my family were one by one escorted onto pilgrim sails. Then, it was his turn. I still remember the day he handed me the key. The smile on his face.
Don't see it as a burden, my child. Remember, true courage isn't hiding it away in your heart. Raise it like a torch, just like the sun, so it can light the way for others. Only this kind of courage can rid your father of the cowardice he showed toward you and your mother. Never forget, you are a Toccata.
Father wanted to tell everyone. So the Order put him on a pilgrim sail with the same charges. And that was the last time I saw him. Later, after I became a wandering bard and poet, I started to feel what was in the melodies of the poets and my ancestors. A sincerity like none other. I wrote songs, weaving the stories my father and the poets discovered into musical scores. But what awaited me was the Order's banishment.
Oh well. Well, we already know that the Order is a bunch of dumb fucks and a bunch of... and just an Inquisition all in all.
Society and our family could never prove whether the Sentinel's form is really that of a celestial steed. All we could do was hold on to our suspicions and the possible truth, waiting for someone to prove it. Now that someone has come, he has reached the inverted tower.
Yes, yes, the rover did reach it, but like, still, like, the horse is over the whole fucking country, like, holy shit.
Now, I have that choice again. Do I reveal the truth? Always worrying about my next meal, wandering from place to place, being chased by acolytes. I'm used to it, but this time, I have you and my friends with me. I can't let you all repeat my fate. If we step onto that stage tomorrow, the Order will not stand idly by. He might even come after you and Carlotta.
Like
Then
I
we
said,
beat their asses.
Truth exists to be uncovered. I've made my choice. And once everyone hears the truth, I believe no one will question the choices you all made in the past. There are hints of the sea inside Ciaccona's melodies. You should take greater pride in being a poet.
Thank you. Thank you for understanding everything. Let's open the doors. I hope this time, the story ends differently.
Okay, so what are we doing now? Oh yeah, we are getting a cutscene. Heavy on the cutscenes, this one. I actually like that.
This song. It's the one she performed last time. The melody is the same, but why does it sound so sad this time?
Oh, let's go.
So, Miss Poet, have you made your decision?
This is a poem I've never seen before. It's so different from what they used to write. Do not place flowers on my tomb, for I do not rest beneath the stone. I am the sea wind at Raguna's walls. I am a dawn that breaks through thorns. I am a nighthawk of wings of flame, soaring towards the celestial steed, whose praises I sing and whose true form I behold.
I know what you're thinking. You're worried I might end up on the same path you did. Go on.
All the hopes will set us free from doubts and fears deep within. Let the sunrise gild our wings. Let the twilight soothe our skin.
Follow your heart. I'll be with you. Till the end.
Penniless bard and the laureate roving in a foreign land. Together, we rise up against the Order of the Deep itself. But as long as the seeds of doubt are planted, the kindling in Raguna will eventually ignite to forge its true gold. There! Now how's that for a story worth telling? Ah,
Speaking of which, have you ever read that novel? It's about a knight on a quest to challenge a giant in the name of justice.
Yeah, Robert did that on multiple occasions, in my opinion.
The knight is also accompanied by a squire. Time after time, they throw themselves at the seemingly invincible giant.
Yeah, this is... I very much like this quest. I actually am really taken aback by it a little bit, because, like, I don't remember being that invested and that interested in a story quest in any occasion. Like, yeah, sure, the finales of each and every single story quest that we already got were epic and were greatly written, but, like, to be, like, this enthusiastic about it from the start to the end, that's probably never happened to me in this game.
I am no Montelli, acolyte of the Order of the Deep or Knight of Raguna. But still, I shall lead the charge. Yahoo! Mount up, Sir Knight. To battle we go!
Let's go. Okay, so let's go for the grand finale, and that's going to be a doozy. I already feel it. That's going to slap ass. So when? Since 12. Okay. Okay, and then we are going to pull her. We are definitely pulling her. Okay, yeah, a little bit ominous music. Okay, let's do this.
The forgotten songs rise once more. A tale of the past I shall tell. This is the story of those who were accused of blasphemy. What? They were once poets, singing songs for the divinity and the order. This is how their music became known to all. Until one day, they stumbled upon a truth that could not be proven. The Sentinel, whom we've always revered, is not what they seem. The true divinity granting us blessings is a majestic celestial steed that gallops across the high seas and soars through the skies. And the teachings in our scriptures? Lies. Lies told to us by the Order. Ask yourselves this. Why would Imperator, who once sent Renacita voices from the heavens, allow their people to suffer aboard those pilgrim sails? How could poets who once sang the praises of the Sentinel come to curse and resent Renacita, a land they loved so much? People of Renacita, have you ever wondered why the Order forbids us from seeing their earliest scriptures? Why did none of the fools that boarded the Pilgrim's sail ever thank the Sentinel?
Okay, let's do this. Time for payback.
Imperator and Raguna have always stood united, yet lately they seem to have vanished from our dreams. Why is that?
Ciaccona Toccata, in the name of Imperator and Primus Fenrico, you are hereby under arrest. You will face the full weight of the law at the Order Penitentiary.
Just a little premonition from me. Oh, would you look at that?
Is that so? And what are the charges this time, if I may ask?
Blasphemy!
Oh! The same old tricks again! Is this how the Order intends to keep the truth hidden?
Oh yeah, that's a screenshot.
Save your empty words for your confession to the Sentinel. Damnation! She's
Oh
not
yeah.
alone!
Is it saving? Oh yeah, it is.
Farewell, Sir Acolyte. Oh, and just a little tip for you. Keep your eyes on the audience below. Let's see how much of the Order's hypocrisy these empty words can unveil. I have faith. The music of the Golden Anthem will one day echo across Raguna's skies again.
Okay, and now we are getting the cutscene, right? Or not? Oh, so we just fled? She's amazing. Like, every single one of Rina Sita's characters are so well written.
A masked hero
Fucking hell.
suddenly appeared, rescuing the bard right when she was about to be apprehended by the Order. But that's a story for another time.
We are getting our dere moment a little bit.
You know what this means for you, right? Even with a mask on, people will still recognize the laureate. I'm now a wanted criminal by the Order. Now this is what a real poet, no, wait, a real knight is supposed to be. Well then.
Like, she's a good gal, like, it's not like she's actually simping for Rover, but like, she's a great friend. Oh, okay.
This room
is our final stage. Now, it's your turn to step onto it.
You will witness a different world.
You arrogant hypocrites!
Led by curiosity and wonder, they step forward.
I am the gentle sea breeze,
Amazing.
sweeping through Whisperwind Haven and towards Raguna's high walls.
Well, have you decided on your answer? I look forward to the public trial.
Perhaps our fates are not so different after all.
It is time, sinner against the Sentinel.
But you...
I will continue to sing.
As long as there are those who breathe and see.
My eternal summer will never fade.
Perfect.
Do you feel it? The breeze from Whisperwind Haven. You can even catch the faint scent of wet grass. Next thing you know, maybe an apple will fall on our heads. Or maybe a big grey wolf will leap out and chase a squirrel down a rabbit hole. Thank you, Rover. I don't have the Blessed Maiden's miracles, nor the powers of a hero. I'm just a wandering bard.
Okay, so we are gradually building the story up because I think this is the end of this quest. But like, we are going to get such banger quests in the next one because right now it seems like the quest is like naturally continuing into like the next phase where the rover is going to be like hunted down by the Order Ciaccona also, and maybe even Carlotta, but we'll see about that. Like she has her methods, and they are going to have to go to Septimont to resolve the next part of the quest.
The only thing I can offer is to immortalize this moment. I will carry all the stories about you with me. By the way, I met a man at Margarita's who claims to be a playwright. You should watch out for him. I'm not entirely sure who he really is, but my guess is that he might be the resonator who's been working with the Order.
Mm-hmm.
Here, you can have this music sheet. I'm heading off on a new mission. An escape mission. Starting today, I'm no longer just a wandering bard. I've got the Order hunting me now. A journey like this, it's begging to be written into a story. Don't you worry. I still remember our promise.
Okay, sing for me, girl.
Got the song I wrote you. We will meet again.
Oh, okay.
I'll sing it for you, I swear.
But that's going to be one hell of a mashup because I believe that we are going to get all the characters in one go in the big finale of the second version of Wuthering Waves, and that's going to be fucking fire! And we are only at 2.3.
We're partners in crime now.
And the story is very much picking up, so I'm very interested in what the hell is going to happen next. Oh, this motherfucker.
Primus, it seems your plan has not gone quite as you'd hoped. You sought to revive the Blasphemous Poets Society, spreading their legacy to stoke the fires of prejudice, and through my aid summon daemons to sow fear across Raguna City.
I care not for labels of good or evil. My only care is Raguna's order and chaos. Fear is but one tool among many to maintain stability.
Ah, truly the words of one in possession of great power. Such lines are rare, even in plays. And yet, why do you seem so restless, Lord Fenrico? This is hardly the character I expected from you. Is it that foreign laureate that unsettles you so? Or perhaps that insignificant Toccata girl? Or is it something else you seek?
Out of respect for our partnership, some things are better left unsaid.
Of course. As you will, Lord Fenrico.
Okay.
Wait. You were the one who led the Poet Society to that lithograph, weren't you?
Be right back. Okay.
I've heard whispers of your presence at Whisperwind Haven around that time. Whenever you were asked, you claimed to be seeking inspiration. Why are you doing this?
As you've said yourself, out of respect for our partnership, some things are better left unsaid. There was no deception. Indeed, I was seeking inspiration. In the end, I found a story about birds in a cage. The birds, having uncovered the truth, must decide. Will they choose to fly into the unknown, or remain caged within the familiar? Ah, Lord Fenrico, a word of reminder. Just as the young Toccata mentioned, how long has it been since you last dreamed of your true divinity? Armed with a wooden spear and a broken helmet, the knight charged at the windmill. His squire, ever loyal, trailed close behind as if becoming one with the knight. Together they charged again and again, true knights in spirit, ignoring the countless wounds they bore. Truly astonishing. Even if you took such a script, what could you possibly accomplish, Hecate?
So, are we done? Or another epilogue? Yeah, we are done. Yeah, so ending one final Cherokee of Fate, cursed poems, delivering. Also, we okay. I mean, like, but like. So we probably did get the reward for the quest, and this is plus, right? Because if they only like locked the 100 asteroids, That would be like just fucking bad. Nah, it's more than that, it's more than that. I should be okay. Okay, well, let's just go.
Maybe because you went to Avenolium and uncovered some of the truth the Order is desperate to hide. It will take a lot more than that to even leave a scratch on you. Perhaps they're having someone else do their dirty work. That just makes finding the one pulling the strings a top priority.
Okay, well, but we get quite a lot of rewards for it, so I am not complaining. 17 days, and we get 1 per day. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. That's okay. But we actually even got different, like, basically different endings to the story, so that's quite interesting. Well, anyways, so we are done with the quest, and it was actually amazing. Like, it didn't really have that flashy, like, fight ending that I anticipated, to be honest, but I am not complaining about that because the story was amazing. It really builds up the story for the next chapter with Carthethia, and that's going to be a fucking banger, in my opinion. Yeah. So I'm very much looking forward towards it, and yeah. Thanks for listening in, you guys. Please leave a like and sub, and have a great day. Peace. Okay, and now to continue with the stream, because that sentence was only for YouTube. And I have been recording the whole thing, so what are we doing now? Oh, I actually know what we are doing now. Actually, I know what we are doing now. We are going to...
Lighter than a dove.
We are going to pull for our girl and hope for the best. So here is Whisperwind Haven. I'll just go to the top of the windmill. And let's just hope for the best. We are at 57 pity, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 50, 55, yeah, 57. So can we get a 58? Can we get her? No, we cannot. And of course, we also are not going to get a 59, right? Of course, we are not. No worries. No worries. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna stop for now.
Can you keep
The story was amazing. I need to process it. I am going to upload the video on YouTube shortly. And yeah, that's for this stream. That was a nice 2.5 hours. And yeah. Anyways, as I said, that's all from me, guys. Thanks for you who were listening in. Thanks for you